Alright, boys and girls, I just got back on the Denali Highway for round 2 of Caribou, which by the grace of God, I have no idea how it's still open. I did just call Fish and Game. As of now, this is what they had to say.
You have reached the Unit 13 Altitude Caribou Hotline for September 7th, 2022. This hotline contains the most up-to-date information and will be updated as new information becomes available. RC-562 opened on September 1st with a fall quota of 140 bulls, and 104 bulls have been reported to date.
36 to go! Alright. So that leaves us with 36 bulls still, which is unbelievable. I came up here last week. Tell you one thing, last week the road was not nearly this loaded with potholes. The potholes have seemed to just blossom in the last 3-4 days. With how much rain's going on, there's a fun storm advisory that's been put into effect. I left a tent up here. If that thing wasn't standing, I don't know if I'd be making this drive in, because it is rainy, it is cold, and it is kind of an absolute mess. Right now I got about another 30 miles to drive. From there I will have another 10 miles on the wheeler to get into where the tent's set up. Hopefully that thing is still standing and I can kick a fire off and get dry, because there is absolutely no chance that I will be remotely dry after this 4-wheel excursion. On top of the fact of just getting back to the tent, I'm gonna have to deal with some serious mud holes. We went in last week. There was a mud hole here, a mud hole there. When we came out, some of those spots were full-blown creeks running down the side of the mountain. It's going to be a lot of low and slow, pick your path type situations. Hopefully we get back in there. Beyond excited to know that I still have an opportunity to get to Caribou this year, because I really thought that when I was leaving last week. See you in a few days, tent. Wow. That was it. It was a wrap and people would have had their animals. But this weather and how terrible it's been is kind of paying off. Not a lot of people are able to find what they need to find. If you're willing to go out and get in the mix of this crap, fingers crossed we might get into one. I'm going to focus on not blowing out a tire, and next time you see me will hopefully be in the tent and not me buried up to my knees in mud. Whoa, that was insanity. If you can't hear the wind, it's full on nutso up here. They were calling for a storm. The weathermen, for once in their life, were correct. It is a swamp up here. I left this place, it was fairly dry. I now have puddles just into the entrance of the tent, so that's fun. I had a great plan of filming coming over a ridge, getting the tent in, showing myself starting a fire and everything. That all went out the window. I couldn't feel my fingers. It's raining sideways. Everything that I have is soaked. On top of all of that, it's socked in crap, so you can't see any animals. At least we got the fire going. Here's my humble abode for the night. We'll see what happens. I am unsure. That's a lot of wood, or it seems as if it's a lot of wood, but it's 5:30 and it's supposed to get cold tonight. And like I just said, everything is soaking wet. I got things batten down this tent, so hopefully it doesn't move. We do have a fire a-roaring, so that's nice. This is a false sense of security for sure. I was at mile 7 of 10, was freezing. So if things were south and somebody had to use this wood or whatever, this would probably be a totally different scenario. I have a little area over here that I'm going to put up my air mattress and sleeping bag. The rest of this is going to be a lake, just so you can see what's going on outside. This is now a stand. Definitely committed for the night. If things are to change, fingers crossed, maybe we can hunt in the morning. Otherwise, it was a fun four-wheeler ride and I'm pulling the plug. Rain on a tent is soothing, they say. Put you to sleep, they say. If I wasn't committed before, I sure am now. I'm very happy that I decided to reinforce the wind side of this whole wall with an extra set of rope. The weather people said that it's supposed to even out and just be sprinkles tomorrow. I have a feeling that tonight is going to be not a lot of sleep. Fire's cranking, staying dry on my little island in this tent. Everything else is soaked. This whole fall has been an absolute slop fest. It'll be interesting to see if we set records on water and how much rain we've gotten, because this is crazy. Man, last night was wild. The wind was relentless. The rain, like I didn't think rain could come through this canvas tent. It is covered with wax. It somehow made it through. There wasn't a whole lot of sleeping. Finally tamed down at about 1. I'm pretty interested to see what's going on outside. Got the fire going, blew through most of the wood. Just trying to keep this place somewhat warm. Between that and the sleeping bag, holy smokes. There we go. Looks like we got snow. Got fresh snow on the mountains, fog. A little bit of a mess to deal with. I guess weather people were right. First storm of the year, they finally predicted something correct. I'm gonna regroup, kind of sort out what's going on today. I think it's snowing on me right now, actually, and I know for a fact I don't have enough wood to make it through tonight. It's 7 o'clock. I'll probably slowly repack, possibly hunt on the way out. This is crazy. This is the most water I've ever seen. It's just standing water. Standing water. It's the rocks that I got that I tried to put down the tent. There's puddles everywhere. Oh. Even in all this chaos, it is still one of my most favorite places on earth. It's really crazy how creature comforts like a fire and the tent and the knowing of an area that you've been to for a decade can really mellow your mind when things are going sideways. Last night was pretty insane. It's because I had a fire and I've been here for a long time now. I was able to power through and understand it. Like I'd wake up in the morning. It might get a little shaky and a little hairy, but it would be all right. Tent wasn't going anywhere. I'm going to regroup, maybe look for animals for an hour or two, probably bail. What a mess. All right, guys, it's about 11:30 in the morning, afternoon, AM, whatever you want to call it. I haven't seen a thing except for a squirrel, which is good. Not even ptarmigan, nothing. I am getting some blue sky over my shoulder, which is pretty nice to see. Whoop. See if we can focus in on that. There it is. Looks like the sun's starting to try to pop through up here. I am coming back here in a few days. Going to target some moose. Let's wrap this up, pack it up, head out, and go get some hot food. That sounds pretty nice. Every now and then you just gotta stop and eat the blueberries, you know? Somebody's gotta eat them. Oh, man, this place is amazing when it's not having a hurricane. Got a little blue sky over there. Turned out to be a pretty nice day. Can't ever have enough bungees. Oh. All right. Whoa. Here it comes. Oh. That was a night. Was a night. Well, trip one, we got some spruce in. Hyper focused on trying to shoot something because I didn't think the season would be open. Trip two had one heck of a storm. Managed to make it through that, which was great. And now it's sunny and looks awesome. Where I was is completely covered in clouds, so it was a good move to bail. Head home, do some stuff around the house, and be back up in about, oh, I don't know, 3 days or so for the final mission. Well, I'm back. Just pulled in for round 3. And as you can see from previous videos, the color has changed to almost nothing. Looks like the leaves are gone. We got fresh snow, and it looks like it's not pouring rain like the last time. Last time I went in on a hurricane, and that was pretty horrible. And this time I got a couple buddies up there that have been holding down the fort for the last week, giving me some feedback. Caribou is out. That shut down about 5-6 days ago. So we are on a moose mission at this point. Hopefully it's far enough along in the month that all the ptarmigan are starting to flock up. We might be able to get into some of those because I feel like it's gone from a caribou mission to a ptarmigan jalapeno popper mission. I'm going to take advantage of this non-raining weather, get everything loaded up again, see what the boys have been up to. So I'm going to shut up and I'll see you up in camp. I don't know if you can see this or even understand the significance of this. For the last time this year, I'm driving up in sunshine, which is almost unheard of. For the past, I don't know, like 46 days almost straight, there's been rain. To be going into the hunt for the last time on a glorious day is giving me a lot of hope. On a side note, I don't know if you guys use nose strips, but if you're looking at my nose and wondering why it looks like it's absolutely raw, if you rip those suckers off too quick, they will take about 14 layers of skin. So there's that. I'm gonna focus on driving. Got about an hour of this. We'll see how the boys are. All right, just because the rain has stopped doesn't mean the puddles aren't insane. Here we go. First time solo getting stuck. Thank goodness we got trees still. Let's set this up and get winched out. Oh my goodness. Cakewalk. There it is. That's a welcome sight, and we still don't have rain. And I don't know if you can hear me. Bingo. All right, guys, this is the first time in I don't know how many days, cut the last 3, 4, maybe 5, that it is not pouring rain, it's not snowing, and the wind isn't just howling. Woke up to actual sunshine. It is gorgeous. We have a couple hours here before we head out. I'm going to be breaking down the tent, get things moving, eat some food, probably head up to the little knoll one more time and do some looking and see if I can't run into this bear that we've been chasing for over a year. or possibly some ptarmigan. Just the fact that it's not an absolute mess out here is encouraging. Kind of remember this past month, it's weird that everything's coming to an end. Been collecting bones and have a giant pile of wood still. Feel like you could stay up here for another 2 weeks. It's calling for some nasty weather and snow tomorrow. What a crazy month it's been. The guys that I came up here and met ended up moving the tent. The place that I first put it ended up being a puddle. Goes to show that my enthusiasm sometimes gets the best of me, and I need to not be such an idiot and put the tent up in the first place I see. All right, I'm gonna shut this thing down, go see if we can get one last ditch effort at some birds. Man, it's finally the place I remember it being, and not just a swamp. Oh, look at this little guy. Everybody's happy that the rain stopped, even him. This bear has been eluding us for a battery died. Gotta love GoPro. Anyways, this bear has been slipping us for over a year now, and here he is taking massive dumps. What? Probably, well, it looks like 1.5 miles on the old GoPro, but probably 700 yards from camp. Just giant grizzly. That would be, if we could find him and mop this whole trip up, that would be ideal, but. It's been crazy, that's for sure. All right. Till next year. Maybe we'll have a little better luck.